Welcome to Better Today, the podcast where we embrace the journey of self-improvement and well-being. Join us as we navigate the challenges and victories of everyday life, aiming for progress, not perfection. Whether you're on a quest for personal growth, seeking motivation to adopt healthier habits, or simply looking for a friendly conversation about navigating the ups and downs of life, Better Today is your go-to companion. Tune in to be a part of a supportive community that believes in the power of small steps and continuous improvement.
What's up, kid? It's been a minute.
It has been 91 days. I don't know for sure.
Since we recorded a podcast?
Oh, it's probably been more than that.
Oh, yeah. It's been a hot minute.
We started out well, and then,
Life happens. You get busy, start working with clients some more, try to focus on making some money because we're not making any money off the podcast right now.
It's hard to make money when you don't record.
It's hard to hear you if you don't hold the mic to your mouth. So, since we recorded the podcast last time, what have we done?
This is even crazy to say, because this was like what everything leading up to this point on the podcast had been talking about.
Yeah.
And we're done with it, is we have now officially completed successfully 75 hard.
Yeah, 75
over
hard.
the course of 2.5 months.
Yeah, we started on March 18th and ended on May 31st.
The very last day of May.
31st, yeah.
And we did it. And that was like our big thing. That was our Misogi for the year.
That
our
was
big
our
thing.
for the year.
It was our challenging, year-defining thing that we had
Misogi,
chosen.
that's what it is.
That we had chosen to do. And we finished it.
Yeah, it was good. It was awesome.
Now we're on the other side. And
That's right.
I was just reading back at some of my notes from, like, for the first month. I did pretty good about taking notes about how I was feeling during it.
Yeah.
Compared to where I feel about it now. And it's kind of funny to look back. I don't think I had it as together as I say that I had it all together.
Before?
No.
Or during thing?
Like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Compared to how easy I felt like it was at this point now that we're through it.
Yeah. I feel like it was pretty easy too, but I mean, it must not have been that easy because I'm not getting up at 4:30 in the morning every day still now. And
okay, so let's go through it. So just a little recap is we chose to do 75 hard together.
Hold the mic down so we can see your face.
As our Misogi for the year.
Yep.
Your Misogi is something you choose to do. It can be running an ultra marathon. It can be starting a new business. It can be writing a book. It can be anything you choose that there's a strong possibility you would fail doing it.
Yep.
It scares you a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when you look back to 2026 or 2025 or whatever the year is, you remember that year by that thing that you chose and that you completed.
Yeah.
So 75 hard was what we chose to do together this year. And what 75 hard is, let's go through the rules quick.
Here, let me do it like this then, because you're going to say it. I'm going to say it a different way though.
Okay.
All right. So workouts completed is 150.
Okay.
Total workout time.
Oh, can I say my
each
favorite?
workout has to be at least 45 minutes. Can you say what?
Go on.
6,750 minutes or 112 hours, 112.5 hours of working out. Crazy. 4 days, 16 minutes, 16.5 hours. So literally in that 75 days, you spend 4 whole freaking days working out.
Yeah, and my favorite one is we drank 75 gallons of water.
That's right. And if you're in Europe, that's 284 liters of water, 9,600 ounces.
So we read 750 pages. Is that
Yep.
correct?
That's right.
And we took 75 progress photos.
Yep.
When you say it like that. And through all that, you can't change anything. Those are the rules. You have to stick to the rules. You have to follow a diet.
Yep.
And there's no cheating or alcohol, anything like
Zero
that on the
alcohol.
diet.
75 days of
And you
following
don't
a
get
diet.
to pick and choose what things you do. You have to follow. Those are the rules. And you have to follow. If you're committing to 75 hard, those are the rules. And that's what you follow. You don't make up your own rules to make up your own 75 hard.
Yeah. Also, during that 75 days, I did 15,000 push-ups. because I'm doing
Yeah, you're
200
still on your
push-ups a
push-up
day.
kick. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why we chose 75 hard first, and then we'll get into all the ups and downs and in-betweens of doing it and how we feel now that we're done. So what were, like, was there a specific moment that made you feel like that was the thing you wanted to commit to?
What
Or was
do you
it
mean? Like a specific...
Like to actually do 75 hard? Because we have talked about this for years and we've just not done it.
You know, I think it's because both of us did it. And it was just the right time to do it. We needed something, a reset.
I felt, I don't even know how to put it into words, but before we started, I kind of felt like I was off the deep end of, excuse me, who I was. I should have gotten a drink. Like, I felt very lost postpartum. I felt very unlike myself.
Yeah, I feel like we were just
this.
going through the paces. And we've talked about this a lot. And you have those things in life where it's like you're just going through day by day.
But not even that, as I felt like we were so wrapped in some bad habits that were pulling us down, but we didn't realize they were pulling us down because we enjoyed those habits. Like drinking. We were drinking multiple nights a week, here and there, not like binge drinking, just a glass of wine here and there, which at the time you're like, oh, I'm just relaxing.
And you're going out to eat.
But then you realize the next morning, like you're not 100% that you could be. So then it affects you day to day.
That's right.
We're going out to eat a lot. I
was eating fast food probably 2 days a week at least because I'm on the road a lot instead of making my lunch, because I said I was going to make my lunch, but I never really ended up making my lunch.
Yeah. So we just had a lot of bad habits that we had justified and like fit into our life and made normal. Now, did you have any doubts?
So time out. We got a little outline here, and since this is a pretty big podcast, not a big like as in long, let's say I'm Kyle, owner of Freedom and Hustle, Kim's husband.
I am Kim.
Yep.
I am co-owner and founder of Freedom and Hustle, and I also own Kim Rose Fit, a nutrition coaching company.
That's right. And we both just said we did 75 hard because we needed a reset. We were going through the paces, going out to eat too much, not doing the things that we said we were going to do as much. Because, I said I was going to cook and take my lunch and do all these things. And then the day-to-day happens and you get into those bad habits that you don't even realize that you have.
You know what we call that? Lazy.
Being lazy. That's right.
So did you have any doubts before we started?
No, not this time. Because, we both said we were going to do it and we were committed.
I personally, when I say I'm going to do something, I usually am going to do it.
Especially when it's teamwork.
My doubts for myself were drinking a gallon of water every day. Yeah. That felt very far-fetched for me. The rest of it, I felt like I could do. The alcohol, I knew would be like iffy. I knew I could do it, but it felt like I would miss it.
Yeah.
Now for you, my doubts were, I didn't think you could do it.
Listen to this. I told this little lady, can you put that thing down next to your chin? I told this little lady at the Mexican restaurant, because the Mexican restaurant people know us. I said, I'm not going to see you for 75 days at least. And she was like, what? And I said, we're doing a challenge and we're not going to be here. And then Kim laughed. I saw her in the back.
I didn't think that you were going to be able to do it.
And I said, no, we're not coming back for at least 75 days. And we went there last week. And that's been 90 something days. And she was like, how was your challenge? She knew. She remembered.
Yep.
And then we had to tell her about it.
I didn't think you were going to be able to stick to the 2 workouts with time commitment.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that you would stick to the full diet. I thought you would kind of like cut corners on the diet.
Yeah. And how was I able to stick to the 2 workouts a day? What did I have to do?
Get up at the crack of dawn.
4:30 every day, pretty much. I would say 90% of the days, at least 90%, I got up at 4:30 every day. and walked for 45 minutes. But sometimes, maybe 5 or so times, I had to work out outside at nighttime, and that sucked because I think 2 of the times it was raining.
I did a lot of walks in the rain, and I feel like you skipped some walks in the rain and then did your workout later and it was fine, and you missed out on some of the rainy days.
Then I did push-ups and sit-ups in the driveway in the rain.
Do you think that you could have done this by yourself, or did it only work because we did it together?
I think it only worked because we did it together.
Yeah.
Because we do so many things together, as far as like going out to eat, and I mean from 4:00 in the afternoon until
That's
10
the
p.m.,
only
11
part.
p.m. we're together.
That's the only part I think you need someone on the same page with you with, because if someone else is not committing to the same rules, okay, I can still work out without you twice a day. I can get up while you're sleeping and work out like we normally do. I can drink water by myself. I can read my book by myself. I can, heck, even take a picture by myself. But if the other person's not on board with not even the whole diet, but just like not going out to eat, because most people, that's part of their routine.
This proves
that
it.
hard.
So 3 out of 5 people in our family were not on a diet. Their ages 1, 2, 3 now, and 5. They got to eat cake at Mabel's birthday party. We did not eat cake. They
had lots of pizza while we were not eating pizza.
And I mean, imagine if it was 1 out of 5 that was on some kind of a diet.
Yeah.
How hard would that be?
Be so hard.
Like, just I'm eating chicken breast and rice or whatever to hit my macros, and they're having pizza or tacos with 85-15 ground beef that's got so much fat in it, and you don't realize how much fat it has in it.
Yeah, it would be very hard. I kind of want to go back to those first days.
Yeah.
Because I wrote down some notes. So people have asked me since we finished, how was it? And my response has been, it was fine. Like it was challenging. It was not hard. I could do it again. Mm-hmm. It was just something we did. But when I go back and read my first days, I don't know if you like thought to take any notes.
Yeah.
But like, listen to this. Day 1, went to bed excited, woke up tired.
Yeah.
It's cold AF on this first walk.
It was cold.
I feel like I'm drowning in water, trying to drink it fast in the morning, and it's making me feel nauseous.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it was so cold. We had, winter coats on.
It was like 30 degrees.
Yeah. Hoodies on, or toboggan on our heads. So my first day's note was woke up at 178 pounds. Day 2, I took an actual note. I said, I was very tired in the morning. Knees and legs hurt because I went a little over ambitious the first day, and I rucked for 45 minutes with my 20-pound vest on.
So the funny thing is, I'm going to go back to my day 2, and I think it's funny because I've kept up with almost the whole program since we've finished. Like we've gone out to eat a few times. Yeah. But other than that, most mornings I'm still walking and we're still getting workouts in. Yeah. So day 2, I said, the habits feel forced. Like these are not things I would truly implement into my life long term. The walks feel long. The water feels like it's too much. And I cannot see myself continuing after the program. I was in a bad place the first couple of days.
Oh, God. As of day 4, I took another note. And it was my first day of no dairy because I had so much joint pain and inflammation even before we started. But in order to hit my macros, I was doing 200 grams of protein every day, and I thought I needed to eat cottage cheese because cottage cheese is easy to eat. Well, that increased amount of dairy, it felt like I had arthritis in my elbows and my wrists and my knees. So day 4 was my first day of having a quad espresso with no creamer in it.
That was a big change for you, yeah.
Yeah.
My day 6, I said, over the weekend we had a lot of events to go to. I thought it was easier than expected to stick to our diet through those events, but I didn't realize how often we go out to eat, just like we were talking about, and justify it in the past. Like we eat so good and we work out all the time, but a restaurant meal here and there and a couple of kids' birthday parties later, and it's a lot of not sticking to the plan, even though you quote unquote eat good most of the time.
That's right. So eat good most of the time.
Yeah.
My day 5 note, Remember my day 1 note, 178. Day 5, woke up at 173. I lost 5 pounds
You
in 5
lost a
days.
lot of weight fast, yeah.
So if that tells you how we were eating healthy, in air quotes, if you just listen to this.
Now, by day 12, I made a change, and I said it's feeling less like a job, and now it's just what I do. And I feel like that's the mentality I took through the rest of the challenge. After that, it's just what we did at that point.
For sure.
I had a lot more energy. My mind felt very clear. I had more motivation in my day-to-day. So I feel like day 12 for me was my turning point of where...
Day 4?
Day 12. But those
12.
first 2 weeks, I was not in it. And then after that, I feel like was my uptick.
Day 8, my note was workout felt great. Today's workouts felt great. No joint pain. So literally from day 4 to day 8, I went from arthritic symptoms in my elbows, wrists, and knees to absolutely zero joint pain.
I feel like you had a lot bigger changes, physical changes, than I had. And I think that just comes from our starting point. Because my last full note I took was on day 28. And I put that the scale is finally starting to drop, whereas you lost weight 5 pounds in the first week.
First 5
so
days.
I'm on day 28 now, and the scale is just starting to drop. I said in that, this is an important teaching moment for myself and my clients, because even though I've known all these things, you have to lift heavy weights, you have to eat protein, so much little stuff slips by that keeps you from really making progress. For example, the amount of fat in foods, the little extra bites you're taking when you're making lunch. So if you're serious, these are holding you back, even if you think you're doing pretty good. So literally, until you actually walk the walk, you're supposed to be so I said, literally until you actually walk the walk you're supposed to be. You can't say something's not working. But most people won't do this, and they will jump to something that will get them the faster result, so they don't actually have to face themselves. Yeah,
for sure. Everything in life, people want the easy way out. It was rain. Even during 75 hard, if it was raining and cold in the mornings, and there was only a few times, but I skipped it and worked out at night. So I took a quote easier way out a couple times, but there was times when I was walking with my freaking frog, whatever that thing is, on, put my headphones in and just did it. Shoes got soaking wet. But even I took the easy way out a couple times, but still got my 45-minute workout in, just at a different time of day.
Mm-hmm. Did you find that there was anything that's particularly the hardest part, whether it be something every day, or was there a period where you're okay, I'm kind of over this?
The reading part, so work got busy. So spring market, I work with a lot of realtors doing a lot of media stuff, and it's up and down, but I would say the middle of May, so we're probably 3/4 of the way finished. May is usually a really busy month. But the beginning of May, it was cold and rainy. The weather sucked. And as soon as that weather broke, May the 10th, I'm looking at the calendar right now, May the 10th or so, around Mabel's birthday is when the sun started to shine. And I'm telling you, it is very difficult to get all of my stuff done by 11 o'clock so that I can get up at 4:30.
Yeah.
So I was getting 4 hours of sleep, and not because I was just sitting around watching TV. I was getting the work done. And what sucked was the books that I was reading, it took 20-25 minutes to read 10 pages and actually comprehend.
Yeah.
For a week, I was reading a Seth Godin book, and I read 10 pages twice every night. I would read 10 pages, then the next night I would be I would start to read the next 10 pages and not have a freaking clue of what I read the night before, because I was trying to read so fast.
Yeah.
I was trying to read in 15 minutes, and I was okay, I got to stop this. I'm just going to read and not look at the clock and see how long it's taking. So then it took me 25 minutes, and 25 to 30 minutes at 11 p.m. takes you to 11:30.
And that's somewhere I think that we could have done better is better habit stacking. Like we could have read at different times in our day. You could have read a page sitting at a red light here and there, like or you could have like done it while you were getting your food ready in the morning, like read some pages to get some of that out of the way.
I tried that one morning, but it was just so like task switching back and forth. Nothing that I fix in the morning takes a long, like it wasn't like I was cooking something that takes a long time and just has to sit there. I cook eggs over easy. I heat up chicken breast so it doesn't take a long time. So I'm just, while that's fixing 3 days a week, I'm getting the girls stuff ready for school, like washing their dishes and stuff like that. And you would say habit stack, maybe clean the dishes the night before. Well, the night before I was getting all my crap ready for work. It's like there's
always stuff to do.
I know there's always something
for me. I felt there's two things that I didn't love. One is I didn't love the 2 workouts on the weekends, solely because we have 3 kids under the age of 5. Like they don't want to be at the gym every single day on the weekends. Like they had fun, but it took a lot of like time that we could have been playing outside or doing some other stuff with them that I felt would have been more valuable to them. Yeah. I mean, and it was a short period, so it was fine, but like I could just feel that inside, like that was not sustainable part of it for us with a family.
As far as like the way we had to structure our macros so that I was in a deficit. It was hard. I mean, there's no way I could fit 60 grams of fat in and eat.
Yeah. So going into 75 hard, I felt like it was very important to me as a mom of girls to not focus on the diet aspect of it. Right. And I didn't want them to notice per se that we were dieting or trying to lose weight or trying to not be fat. Yeah. So I don't know how else to say it.
What I kept telling, and they finally started to understand that, okay, mommy and daddy are doing a challenge and it ends this day. And literally that day they were like, oh, your challenge is over. So now you can eat, and whatever.
I tried to reframe everything as we weren't eating to lose weight. We were eating to be stronger and feel better in the gym and have more energy to play with them. And like, I really tried to structure how the questions, because our 5-year-old had a lot of questions about what we were eating and why we were eating it. Yeah. So I really tried to focus on that aspect of it. Yeah. But I also did not like that we could not always eat what they were eating. And they eat a lot of what we eat, but we couldn't ask our 3 kids to eat chicken and potatoes and rice for 75 days. No. They had to have some differentiation. Yeah. And then the second thing that I did not like was the gallon of water, which I already told you about. But I literally felt like I was drowning. And there were nights where I was sitting there like you were pissed off that you were reading your book at 11 o'clock, and I was pissed off that I was drinking my water at 11 o'clock. That's something
you can definitely have it stacked. I couldn't do that.
I could not drink my water any faster during the day. And then I'd be up all night peeing. Probably 5 times a night.
Yeah, and you would get up and pee. I mean, you would literally walk upstairs. And so then
I wasn't sleeping either.
Yeah. I was probably doing 1.5 gallons a day.
I was drowning.
But by day 19, I had already lost 10 pounds.
I know. So that's another big difference is I didn't even lose 10 pounds the whole time. Yeah. And you lost
20 total. The lowest I got was 20. By day 19.
And not for lack of not trying. It's just the difference between males and females. It's the difference between where we started. It's the difference between what our bodies could handle at the time. Yeah. And so women, that's why you can't compare yourself to your husbands or your friends or anybody else, because your body is very different. Because my after pictures, you would not guess that I did not even lose 10 pounds. Like from my before and after.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if psychologically...
The scale is not a thing.
Weighing yourself would bother you psychologically, I would suggest not weighing yourself. Because right now, it's crazy. Kim made a post on Instagram and he was talking about like how weight fluctuates and stuff like that. And I'll weigh myself in the mornings, and I've told several people this because it's fascinating to me. And Kim,
but we also think maybe there's a problem with you.
She's laughing because it's so funny. So if I weigh myself before I pee in the morning and after I pee, it's like 1.5 pounds.
But I need a doctor to weigh in and let me know what's wrong with you. That's so much.
That's just, whatever. That's how much I pee. 25 days in, my body was completely changed because I'm looking at my before and after pictures right now, or just the day 24 picture. That's crazy. And even then I went back up 3 pounds.
Well, and so my thing is, like we're talking about, you lost 20 pounds, I lost 10. That's frustrating, stepping on the scale every day for 75 days and barely seeing it move, even though you're dieting, you're doing 2 workouts. Like, even in my head, when I know this stuff, I'm like, holy SHIT, this sucks. And why is the scale not moving?
Now let's talk about how many PRs you hit during that time.
Yeah, so all my lifts went up.
As far as deadlift, bench,
squat, bench, everything. Power clean, all that stuff went up.
Same for me.
I look the leanest that I have looked in probably 8 years.
At least.
But my body, the scale would not reflect that. The scale is higher than it's been.
Also the strongest you've ever been.
Yes. So that's another reason. Get rid of the scale.
Yeah.
We don't love it. It's a tool
in your toolbox. The only reason why I'm still weighing myself every day is because I'm reverse dieting, and I want to see where the scale
it's a tool. I think that
scale starts to go back up. That way I know, I'm like, okay, this is where my diet needs to be.
It is a tool, but it's not the end all be all, because if I had only gone off the scale and we hadn't done progress pictures, or I hadn't noticed my strength and all that stuff, all these non-scale progress that you can focus on, I would have been down to like 1,000 calories a day, starving myself, trying to get that scale to move.
Yeah.
Which would have meant nothing.
And Kim hurt her, was it with your neck that you hurt? And you had to take a week of like no CrossFit workouts. You were just walking on the treadmill. Mm-hmm. That's when you lost weight. That's the first weight Kim lost was.
Yeah, I had a lot of inflammation that my body, and I've learned now, for me personally, and I think for a lot of women, is you can't work out that hard every single day, because your body just, cortisol and everything increases that stress and inflammation. Your body just starts to hold on to that. And when you kind of rest and let it go, your body can recover and make the changes that you're looking for. Okay, so let's answer some final questions. We'll both answer them.
So we need a part 2 of this or what? We're only 26 minutes into this bad boy.
We're going to talk about what has changed, and I don't know. Oh, there's some good questions.
What were you looking for at 75 hard? I don't know if you ever answered that.
What was I looking for?
Yeah.
I was looking for...
Like, what'd you do?
I talked about it. I needed that reset. I felt miserable in my day-to-day life because I just felt so... I was postpartum still, but over a year postpartum, but not seeing any... I was not back to what I should have been at that point postpartum for me.
And we thought we were doing pretty good.
We thought we were doing good, but what was getting on me is we were drinking a lot, and I was feeling it. Like, I felt bad after we were drinking, and I was like, I don't like this. But then, like, we'd be like, oh, let's just go.
Yeah, just have a long day.
Have a glass of wine, or let's go get a margarita, and that always sounded better at the end of the day. But then the next day, and I was just like tired of being in that circle. It was like a circle we couldn't get out of.
All right, I'm going to go through this, and we have short answers on some of these. What is your biggest surprise in a good way from 75 hard?
My biggest surprise? Oh.
I'll answer mine. Mine was how much inflamed I was. Holy smokes. I've weighed around 175. I'll just say my weight because I'm 5'9". I'm a little short guy. Pretty strong sometimes. But dang. I didn't realize how inflamed I was around 175. That was insane.
My biggest surprise is kind of like a douchebag thing to say, but like, I've had 3 kids, and the only time in my life I've ever had any kind of ab definition is when I dieted for a bodybuilding show. And that was very hard to even get a little bit to show. And now, I have a lot of skin from having 3 kids, but like, I have abs right now, which is very crazy to me.
Was there a turning point in the days?
Well, I said day 12 is when it turned. I felt like I went through some ups and downs throughout, but once I hit like a couple weeks in,
wonder if that was,
and it was just like routine. It just was routine at that point.
So time changed somewhere in the workouts, and the sun was up. So
that helped.
It was dark.
It was very dark
the entire time I was doing it at 4:30 in the morning. Except when the time changed, you were getting sunrises. That's what I'm saying. Like day 12, or so. I don't know what changed at the turning point. I feel like it was just, you just had to do it. I don't know.
In the beginning, I was
you know what my change was?
Thinking about it. What?
When I figured out that my simple carbs could be potatoes and ketchup. Oh, gosh, dang. That was awesome. I mean, I could eat chicken, potatoes, and ketchup every day. Not really, but potentially could. And then you know what my most surprising thing was? That if you put potatoes in the fridge and leave them overnight and then heat them up the next day, it gives you the worst
Hurts your
gas
stomach.
ever
lots of
because
stuff like that.
some kind of starch issues. So don't, unless you want lots of toots. That was the funniest and most absurd thing. Was there anything funny for you?
Funny? Don't think funny.
Did you feel a relationship shift?
We were tired.
We were tired.
Felt like we were two birds passing in the night.
Yeah. Hardest stretch was, I guess, the beginning for you and the end for me.
The beginning was
not
tough.
the end, but like,
No, my hardest week was the last week. I was low calories.
Oh, yeah,
I was
we did a
low
cut.
energy. I got sick. I mean, that last day, very last day, I had to do 2 workouts and I had a fever.
yeah.
And I just wanted to die on the couch. And like, it was the very last day. And so the last week for me was the hardest.
Yeah, somebody asked who was like the Hitler of the thing and was like making us do it, or the drill sergeant or the whatever. But we were both pretty encouraging throughout we had to do it. We didn't have a choice.
I know. And it was like we were so focused that that's what we were doing, that we didn't have, like,
There was no thought behind it.
that we were not going to do it.
Yeah. There was no tension created between us.
I don't know. Some days you'd be cooking in the kitchen. I'd be like, God, stop eating so much.
Oh yeah, that's still today is quite a big difference in how much we can eat. What did the second outdoor workout feel like on the worst days?
Because we did it in the morning. Like,
Yeah,
I just don't want to get up some mornings.
tension. So I usually take care of Otto at night, and Kim can whatever do social media and read her book and drink her water,
Take a shower.
take a shower, whatever. Well, on those 7 out of 75 nights or whatever, Kim had to take care of poor little Otto, and he was running around like a hood rat in the house because he won't sit down at night for her like he does for me.
Yeah.
And I was working out in the driveway from 9 to 9:45 or whatever.
Yeah, that's frustrating. It's frustrating because
It's not really frustration. It was just
no, it was like frustrating because when you're tired because you go to work all day and you go to work, I'm tired because I'm taking care of them all day. And so when you get home, I don't go completely hands off, but I do let you put Otto to rest on the couch so I can take a shower and
yeah.
do something other than be with the kids all day.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my 30 minutes of
Yeah.
not having children on me, because I go to bed pretty much when Otto goes to bed. So there's not like I have time after he's in bed to have no kids.
Yeah.
So not having that time destroys you a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit. Slow death. And then both of us already answered what's our physical differences, mental difference. I would say my mental difference is knowing that it's possible to just fix your breakfast and lunch every day. I mean, it makes it easy. I just eat in the car. And somebody was like, you eat your chicken cold? I'm like, yeah, but I watched videos. Nick Bear's been eating freaking beef and rice for 20 years or whatever,
Yeah, I just saw a post today. It was like, it's
most
not
of
that
these,
hard. Like, if you don't want to eat it cold, stop at a gas station, heat it up in a microwave.
or just eat it cold and quit being a PUSSY since you're spelling bad words. And every guy that's not steroided out and jacked pretty much eats the same kind of foods every day.
Mentally different for me at this point is just like a different not a different relationship with food and alcohol, but like it doesn't hold as much social pressure
Shoot, man.
as it used to.
My biggest thing that I noticed about food, where I've never really tracked macros and stuff, is how much fat is in the different cuts of meat. I'm like thinking if you eat beef, you're good to go. But then, man, 80-20, if you
And that's all we used to
like
eat.
4 ounces of 80-20, you've hit your fat for the day.
And that's all we used to eat. So we were eating healthy because we were eating protein for dinner, right?
Yeah.
Beef tacos with lettuce and no shells.
You're eating fucking 80 grams
sweet
of
potato.
fat.
Yeah. That's what
Sorry
most
for the
people,
bad words, but
that's
golly.
why people always are like, I don't want to track macros. I don't want to be looking at my numbers all the time. I'm like, for a little bit, you have to, because you have to learn that, because you don't know until you have that realization.
That's crazy how
you
much
have
fat
to
was in
learn
there.
that.
Best habit is, for me, from 75 Hard, is fixing breakfast and lunch every day. And I originally, when I first started, I was only going to track my protein, and I was going to eat dinner with the girls every night. But the first day I tracked everything, and I was like, whoa, not a chance I can hit anything, because I'm going to be, my fat intake is going to be so high. I'm going to be eating 3,000 calories, going to be eating 125 grams of fat every day to try to hit protein with 80-20 ground beef, or what, 85-15 or whatever.
Habits that I'm still doing a lot of them most days. I'm not drinking a gallon of water. I'm reading books, but different, not just nonfiction books. I enjoy reading. And we're not doing 2 workouts every day, but most mornings during the week, I've been trying to get up to continue that walk, because that also, like, the end of the day when you would take auto is a good, like, downtime, but starting the day just outside with a podcast and a walk, that's like a good mental ready for the day period for me.
Do like that, starting the day early with a walk, but like I said, this time of year is busy. I'm busy as crap right now with work. So like 11:30 is probably the earliest I can get in bed right now, unless I like have everything dialed in for the day, like as soon as I get home. But we've been doing stuff around the house and cleaning and mowing the grass and all the house stuff that you have to do. And I haven't been able to upload everything for the editors and all that stuff. So whenever I'm a little slower, I plan on getting up in the mornings, because I like doing that. That starting the day at 5 a.m. and already having eaten breakfast and everything.
The thing I realized today, though, is I thought when we did 75 Hard that I would have more time, because we were going to get up early and do this workout, and then I was going to be up and have more time to work and do stuff around the house. And that's not the case. And I realized I need to get up at 5, and I either need to walk or get work done. Like I still can't do both. And I need to pick which I prioritize.
There's only so many hours in the day.
I need to still figure out that balance of how to get more work done in my days. Yeah. Because at nighttime, I'm tired. I can't stay up late.
And it's just like trying to drink all your water right before bed. If you don't do it early enough in the day, then it gets away from you, and the day kind of controls you at the end versus.
Yeah, the hardest days were the days that I did not get up to walk in the morning, and we'd have to fit it in the evening or nighttime.
The whole family would have to go on a walk.
Those are my least favorite days. Yeah. I'm going to skip that question. I'm going to ask you a different question.
I don't know what question you're talking about.
The very last one. My question, though, is, would you do it again?
100%. I don't know that we need, right now, we don't need to do it again. And all of this thing, we were living really good. We were doing this. We thought we were doing this. And I'm assuming a year from now, or whatever, 2 years from now, we're still going to think we're doing good. But it'll be an even better, like, reset. It's like 75 days of just locking in and getting something done. In my head,
I feel like we did it at the perfect time of year, because it was kind of a lull between winter and when things get busy with social and work, all that stuff, spring and summer. And it's not too cold out, even though it started cold, but it was manageable, right? The weather got nice by the end of it. And then you're in shape for the summer when you want to be in shape. So I feel like it's like a good spring reset every year almost.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of like what Christian Guzman does, his, what's his?
Summer shredding.
And it's about the same time of year. His thing's in July, I think. But still, it's like you get shredded for summer. And
it was interesting mentally. I'm going on and on now.
It's fine.
I didn't really enter it to lose weight and like shred. I just entered it to do it and challenge ourselves to get it done. But somewhere in the middle, we were counting our macros and we just like went all in on that. And we started like cutting, like, you know, like, all right,
there we were cutting
like
hard.
we could have just followed our macros from the beginning and just stayed there. But we, at some point, we're like, let's just do this
Day
and
40,
see if we can get shredded.
Day 40, I had abs and obliques and everything. And I was like, well, I want my first and last picture to be way different if day 40 were already this different. And it was crazy different.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would do as hard of a cut again. Like,
no, the next time if
now
we
that
did
we've shown we can do that, I don't know if I need to do that again.
Yeah. But who knows what your mental state's going to be.
Competitive
50
with
days
myself.
into it, you're like, wow, I'm like, show it or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and it may be like for 75 days, you see how strong you can get by the end or something like that. Like you do a bench every Friday or a squat or whatever. And it's like, man, I've added 20 pounds to my deadlift. So I really need to eat a bunch of food or something. You know, your diet can be whatever, you know, your goal at the end. Who's it for?
75 hard?
Yeah. I don't think it's for the person that's never worked out. It maybe, but it would be really hard. Actually, wait.
I don't think it's for the person who is lazy and has a lot of justifications for why they can't do something because of X, Y, and Z. I think if you're not the type of person who's going to commit to one thing or anything, then you're not going to commit to this.
I would say, and I would also say, even if you are the type of person that goes to the gym or knows everything about macros and food and nutrition and lifting, you had to do a ton of research for us during like 4 days in. I had to cut all dairy because I was so sore, and you're like, we've not changed that much to be that sore that quick, right? So we cut dairy. 4 days later, no inflammation. We were portion of the way in. You're like, man, I'm not losing any weight. I've done all this stuff, and then a little bit of research. Why don't I not work out so hard and walk for a few days? And then God forced you to do that too, and it happened. So I would say having someone as a fitness and nutrition coach help you through those difficult times, because there's going to be some times you're like, crap, this is not working.
Yeah, and think if you live in a house with somebody, they need to be on board. Mm-hmm. They need to at least do part of it with you, if not the whole thing, or it's going to be very hard.
And having some kind of guidance throughout.
Guidance throughout.
Not everybody has as much background as you. But
I also think you have to commit. And if you're not the type of person who's going to commit to something and do whatever it takes to finish it, and this is not up your wheelhouse of something you're really interested in, you're not going to finish it.
No,
unless you're that person.
We went to a birthday party and everybody there was eating tacos and whatever, and we were like, I can't. I mean, we ate beforehand.
We went to a lot of social events.
Yeah, we went to watch a professional soccer game. Everybody was there, eating and drinking and having a good time. We had our pre-made.
Had a lot of book clubs, things like that.
Rice.
But that's the same thing when I did my bodybuilding show. Is for some reason you're taking care of yourself, people start to get weird about it. Like, why aren't you? You can't just eat this one time.
We surround ourselves with the type of people that didn't really give us that. I mean, they were like, "Here's, Kyle and Kim are coming out, or do you need to?" We went to one people's thing; they had a scale out so we could weigh out. We had pork or whatever.
Yeah, make sure you got the right people in your corner. Yeah. Make sure that you are committed and you're not the type of person who flakes out on yourself often. And then make sure you've got a plan or a person to help you plan. Yeah, plan the downtimes, because there's going to be some times where you have questions and you're like, holy smokes, what in the heck is going on? Mm-hmm. Like, why am I farting so much? Eating too many cold potatoes. I think that's pretty much it. That was it. We need to do an update on our big ass calendar, because we have not stuck to it. Besides 75 hours, pretty much it. Birthdays. Yikes. So, all right. Next episode will be about what we've done for the big ass calendar and how we're going to get back on track with our year.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Okay, you can follow me at Kyle P. Terry on Instagram. That's pretty much the only place I update anything. Kim at Kim Rose Fit. And see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you found value in this episode, make sure to share it with a friend and follow us on social media. And remember, no matter where you are in your journey, you can always be better today.